Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to carry on at the fun fair. So the last time we did the hammer hit, what's it? The strength tester. I changed out the chair with a little wooden stool here, and I also forgot the balls for the putt-putt or the mini golf. So we have a bucket of balls now, and I just put an edging on the water, and we have another hole. So once you've finished here, you can come here and you got to hit your ball up, bounce it off there, it will go in the hole, and you can get your ball out the door. So I think that's quite cool. And then we have got, I did ask what other ideas, and thank you, Stephen. I did get a few suggestions, which was the strength tester, and you gave me a couple of other ones as well. I've got pictures here. We've got balloon pop. We've got a fishing game. Now that also will be fun if we put in the pool, but we put it out on top of the ground. So let's see, should we use it just like this? We will have to build a bit of a platform. So I think I'm going to put it over, how far off the line is that? So if I put it here, the question is, do the little rubber duckies float? That's a good question. Sorry, I'm lost. I know they float in the... No, they don't. That's fine. We'll put a whole bunch of rubber duckies in here, and maybe one crayfish. So we'll be fishing for ducks. How's that sound? We've got duck squirting and we got duck fishing, which I think is quite funny actually. Come on, sit on the bottom of the pool. Can I move you up? Oh dang, that's a problem. Okay, let's undo everything. There we go. Oh, and I put edging around. I suppose the edging shouldn't go right across there, should it? Sorry, my brain, again, as you know, it like goes wee, and then it gets distracted. Alright, where was I? I was on the swimming pool. So for us to actually get a height for a platform, we are going to have to put the pool down. So let's put the pool here, and then we can probably use this and maybe do steps. How wide do we want the steps? Probably 2, eh? Because you're dealing with small little ones as well. So we want it to be big enough for them. How many steps do we need? Dang. That's okay. Is that... Have I miscounted all the way along? That's 3. Wow, you can see I'm really functioning on a higher level here. There. Okay, so if we go up here, we can move the pool, so that's fine, and I think that should work. So you stand here and you can fish for ducks. I'm very sad that the ducks don't actually work on the pool water. That's very sad. I'll put a sign here that says duck fishing or something like that. Alright, where is our little baby ducky again? Actually, let's put one lobster in, or maybe two, and then all the rest can be little ducks, because you get more prizes if you get more. I suppose I should actually just put them in one way, and then we can swap them because they'll be easier to move. Looks like he's swimming. That's cool. That is actually freaky. Look at that. You see that? Oh, I love it. Okay. How far down must the duckies go? I suppose let's just put them across, and then I can pull them onto the water. And then we need to make a fishing rod. Don't ask me how, because I have no clue, but we'll figure it out. We have a pool cue. We can use that. And then probably you can see they all above the water line. So there we go. Now it's sitting. Oh, that is freaky. It does look like they're swimming, doesn't it? Oh, I like that. Oh, that's awesome. Let's just move this one a little bit forward. I suppose you've got to give the kids a chance. Ooh, that one's right underwater. Okay, so I presume we will need a fence because we don't want anybody to fall off the end there. Probably something simple. Let's move that back a little bit. To there, and then we can maybe pull this platform out a bit more. That'll work. Let's just resize this fence, can I? Thank you. I suppose falling off the edge here is like, nobody would fall off the edge here, would they? Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And if the weather's good, you can have a swim while you're about it. There we go. Okay, that looks creepy. These lobsters literally are moving about. Alright, so it would be in games. Games? Yes. We can use that as our fishing pole, can't we? Will you stand up? It does. Awesome. Okay, and where are you? The damn fence is in the way. Oh, hold on. Grid snapping off. There we go. 1, 2, 3 poles at a time, guys. That should be enough. And then it's just a matter of getting our favorite thing. Let's do metallic. Should be fine. It's not thin enough, but we don't have anything that's thin enough, so we're going to have to live with it. We'll just pretend. Okay. Where is... I'm guessing the end of this is probably thicker. Dang it. I want you. Thank you. Yeah, the end of that is thicker than the end of the pool cue. But it's fine. As long as it sort of looks right, it'll be okay. It does look weird though. That's okay. I know there's a game out there that does all these sort of things, you know. And there's a game that makes roller coasters and Ferris wheels and all that good stuff. But you know, I think that's cute. You can pick up your fishing rod, catch a duck or a lobster, and we'll just put up a big sign here. We are probably going to need a bit of fencing there. But that's number one. Number one is sorted. Let's just build some legs on this thing. There we go. So the platform is supported. Well, it has a support there, doesn't it? But that's fine. Okay, so that is number whatever. And then we are going to have a few more. So let's get our bricks back and carry on with our path here. Now we've got the balloon pop, but I don't think we have darts. No, but we can try and make the football toss because we've got a ball. I'm just going to throw it on the ground for now. And we've got a tire. Okay, so that doesn't really change it. So let's get a couple of these. Shall we do 3? And then I'm thinking of these things. Should we do the 4 and put that upside down? That'll work. That'll work actually pretty well. Okay, and if we copy that, all right, we are going to have to figure this out. So that to there, I can always remove that. Voila, wooden stands. I think that works. And then we should be able to fit 3 tires. That will work. Hey, life is never boring. Why would life be boring? Okay, I'm going to make this about that size. I think that'll work. It will. Alright, so what did I use here? I used that. And let's just move that down a smidgen so it looks like it was meant to be there. And then it's just a matter of hanging these. Now we don't have rope, unfortunately. And I will be honest, I don't really know how far this should be away. But how did I manage to do that? Yeah, that'll work. Let's just even them out a little bit. So as you've noticed, this side is all about games and stuff. Now, from what I can see, the tire is held up by ropes that are drilled through it. And sort of bolted into the tire. So we are going to have to try and find, it won't be under bathroom products. Do you think that, oh, let's see, damn. Okay, that fits on that. And yes, once again we are bending science a little bit. I just need to see how deep this, that might be a little low then, hey? Does the tire go through it? Not really, that's fine. But it goes through the tire. That means this is going to have, that's going to have to be higher, longer. Any ideas? How that's also quite long. I need something half that size. What do we have that's half that size? The mop is the same size. How tall is that? Okay, so that doesn't work. And it's very chunky. Installations, how thick is that pipe? Okay, let's change that to like, I don't know what color is rope. Let's move that away. That works. Awesome. Okay, I need 2 more of those. And I need them that colour. No, man. That works. The mop can go. And we can have a couple of balls here on the ground. What other colours are there? Throw one back there. So we have mini golf, we have duck dunking, we have ring toss, we have testing your weight, we have the football toss, and probably not the best place to put it would be the what's it called? The knockdown, where you actually are throwing at a bunch of cans stacked up. So let's connect this slightly narrower road pathway to this one. And we can probably put the knockdown game here. I'm possibly not going, I'm probably going to use one of those awnings this time. So, let's see. We are probably going to want to keep it wood. Maybe something like that. I suppose we don't want to knock anybody over. That should work. Okay, how far back should we build the back wall? So if you're standing here, it'll be fine. I can put the counter there. Actually, let's add one on the outside here. There we go. And get our window frame windowsill as usual. And then we can put a ledge, a shelf there. We can use this as a shelf. Now we just got to figure out what's big enough that we can throw at. And then probably put an awning on it. So that's going to have to go higher. But while we're standing here, let's figure out. We're probably going to do standing decorations because a can of beans is not really going to work. Ooh, sorry, can of beans. How big is a can of beans? Right at the bottom here somewhere. That's a cold drink. Oh, everything's a little mixed up because can of beans. Yeah, well, it might work. Let's see. Can I? Yes, I can. Come on, it's on top. Up you go. Come on. Yes. That works. Yes, it does. Let's make a red one. Yeah, the snap to grid thing definitely helps, doesn't it? That works well. Alright, and then we need some balls. So probably a tennis ball or two. There we go. That works for me. And this still gives the dude time to do stuff here. That is the right height. Now, how much space do we need for an awning? And how big is the awning? I know the awnings are quite small. Okay, that might actually work. That would also work. Well, it's not perfect. As you can see, it's not connected to anything anyway. But it can be. Okay. Let's do that. And then we just got to build it up higher. Awesomeness. Now the question is, should we do something on the back there. Something weird. Birds? Crocodiles? Ooh, how about that? So that's our background color, which is pretty much the color of the awning. And then we can maybe make this bright yellow. And green. Well, that's quite cool. We just need to align this. So it does look like it's in the middle somewhere. There we go. I think that works. That was actually quite easy. I thought it was going to be harder. Okay. Now these can all be extended. And I can add more as we go. But here we have that. That is the toss for the balls. That is the fishing for the ducks and the swimming crayfish. Ooh, can we have a few more of these? Oh yes, they don't, they don't actually afloat, which is unfortunate. Okay, so we have a couple of fun things happening here. That is a little less dramatic and colourful, so we might have to rethink that. I did do a little bit to the pizza place. As you can see from here, we've got the pizza boards on the wall and the big scoops for the actual pizzas. So there's that. And I've put some bins here, a couple of lights up. We do have lights in the park sort of now. If we switch on our light switch here, it's here somewhere, there it is. We have lights. And as we extend, I'll keep going. So, couple of fun things to do. We can probably do something else here. We can do the bucket game, where you actually throw into buckets instead. That will work, because we can actually use this as the back wall for that. And probably a different color wood. Do I want, yeah, I suppose I'm going to have to do the lane, aren't I? Dang it. better. And these are all little games that can be played outside. Buckets. We have buckets, we have red buckets, now we can have yellow buckets. Can we have, oh that's, hold on. Glossy plastic. Ooh. No, actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go with plain yellow buckets because they look fun. Okay, now we start at the back here. And let's do that. That's going to be easier. That's quite far, but that's okay because we can use that maybe as a starting line. Oh, whoops, I'm in bricks. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, so you can stand here and do your bucket throw. So let's give them a bit more space there. And we are probably going to need a table or a counter or something to put whatever you are going to throw. Do I need to build something? I suppose so. Maybe. I want to use that, but it only has 2 feet. So let's make another one and then it'll have 4. There we go. Well, it's not perfect, but that's not bad. So you've got to stand here and you've got to throw into the buckets. What do we need to throw into the buckets? I presume either balls or toys. Blocks, ducks. Plushies? Will he fit into a bucket? Yes, he will. So, you can either try and throw a plushie in, or you can throw some balls in. And I think we're going to go tennis balls again. There we go. So if you want the big prize, get the plushie into the bucket. Otherwise, you can throw balls. I think that works. What do you say? Do we need... I suppose we should actually have some walls here. Some description. Doesn't have to be an actual wall. And I didn't center that, did I? Dang it. Oh well. That's fine, we'll put the dude's chair here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I found that's the sauna bench. But we'll use this. There we go. Then it looks like it's a plan. Let's do one more here. There we go. And because you actually have to reach that far, it works. Okay. I'll put finishing touches and all kinds of stuff at a later stage. So, that is three games. What else do I have? The balloon pop. Now, the only balloons we have are the balloons with these. So we're going to have to work out which letter of the alphabet. I suppose we can do all the letters of the alphabet, can't we? But we're going to have to put them onto do we do helium balloons? So that if you pop it, oh, we haven't got darts, damn it. Okay. How big is the 0? Because I was thinking we also can do tic-tac-toe. We can do a board here somewhere. There we go. A tic-tac-toe board. That's fairly simple. Should we do it over here? We would need our trusty bricks again, and I take off. We can use a wooden base. Should we do it in a wood grain? I suppose that would be best. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. So it would be 9. Is this going? No, it would be more than 9. Because that's tiny. Let's see how big these are. Yeah, that's super big. Okay, so if we do each 1, 4, oh my goodness, I lost count. So if we do 16 by 16, and then we're going to need 2 more. did 3 there. Doesn't matter, we can use the extra as a border. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, why do I think it's... Oh, I'm going mad. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just went 4 by 4. That should be big enough. Yep. That will work. And then we're going to need a couple more. And as you can see, again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that away. Does that now make sense? I think so. There we go. So we'll need a few of these. Where do we put these? Should we just scatter them randomly? That'll keep people out of trouble for a little while. And I like that it's big enough that it's on the ground. Don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay. Then we need something here. My thought process for on the other side is going to be like a tea garden, beer garden, maybe with a stage in the middle here. We can have people performing, and then a playground. So that's where we are for now. I did put signs here. This can be copied, and we can put it over here. And probably make it bigger. I've only got the one sign, but that should be fine. Oh, we need prizes. I suppose you can take your tickets and go and claim them over there. That'll work. So let me know what you think of our progressing fairground. What have I missed? What do we still need? Then we can come spend a bit of time here in the evening and see what you think. I think I want to put a couple of flags up. We don't have many options of these flags, but we can go and look and see. Oh, well, that doesn't help me any because I can see nothing. Alright, let's try that again. How about that? There we go. Well, that's coming together nicely. Still a little raggedy around the edges, which is what I wanted, because I mean it's a little local fairground, and maybe here we can have somebody selling like homemade stuff, preserves or whatever. So that would be outdoor, it would be there. That's a little too fancy, I think. How big is this? Maybe this can sort of be the permanent thing here. Wow. Let's move these out of the way. We can make it fit. Literally, like it was meant to. Look at that. That works for me. Let's pop that in the pot. And maybe pop this behind here. There we go. So here we can actually have, I don't know, some tables. Yeah, I know, I'm like, okay, we can do this, we can do that, and then oh, we can do this. Should we have tables or should we have shelves? We've got, no, where are those shelves? Hold on, there they are. The difference, that one. So that can work, but let's maybe do we're gonna have to figure it out a little bit better, but maybe like this. Come on. So you can actually come in and have a look around, do your shopping, and then we are going to need a table. I know we're in tables. Okay, you see that's going to be too high. Dang it. Okay, we're going to have to reshuffle this. So let's put that there. Perhaps. Come on. Something like that. So you can come in and look around, and then go in and look around, and then come here, turn around, and you can pay. So we are going to need a table or a counter there. I think a table, simply because it's what you're going to do with your table. What are you going to do with your stuff? I think a very simple console table or something like this a stool, and you can collect your money. I quite like that. There we go, that's better. That's very low. That's a bit better. But it doesn't look very cozy. That will work. Awesome. Okay, so the only other thing we need here would be like a money box or something like that, which you can find in your standing decor. Maybe something like that. Well, that didn't work. What color is that? It's about that color. There we go. It's a little money box. And we can put all kinds of stuff in here. We can even probably suspend some stuff from them. Can we suspend stuff from... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I can hang on the walls that we can sell. Nope. Well, that's just wrong, but it's fine. We can make it fit. So I'm guessing this is the sort of place that could be rented out. So you like rent the stall for the day and then bring your goodies. Or a couple of people rent it and take turns collecting the money. But I think that works. And then behind here will be the playground and all that sort of stuff. And then the tea garden / beer garden will be over there. And the stage will be here. Because from the stage here, you'll be able to see all over the park. So I'm going to leave it here. What should we sell? Give me an idea of what we should sell, and if you've got any other games ideas that are fairly easy or ideas on how to do the balloon pop. I don't know if we could probably poke the balloons with a cue with a sharp pointy thing on the end of it. I don't know. So guys, let me know what you think. Am I managing? Thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.